Again, good morning. It's great to have you guys here with us. I really do appreciate anybody showing up live or for the replay. Silver. Behind all of this, the FOMC, the Fed rate cut path that is being taken so far, the macro data, and what's already priced in, what do you guys think could throw all of this off? Is there another scenario that we are not looking at here? It all seems to be playing out almost too good, you know? But then again, what is too good, you know? What is too good? Because here we have setups for Bitcoin, and you guys know that I was looking at this potential cup and handle for Bitcoin. And I tell you what, guys, we have broken out of this cup and handle perfectly. This cup and handle is definitely in play, which means the measured move of this cup and handle is also in play. Something that we should definitely pay attention to. This cup and handle measured move makes a lot of sense to me. Now, with Dogecoin and the ETF launch today, and you know, I think that we've already gotten our major breakout here. You know, we're at some resistance. I'm not sure that we will get a chance, though. I'm not sure if we will get a chance to catch a pullback or not on this. SEC commissioners vote to open crypto ETF floodgates. Listing standards approval is latest push by crypto-friendly Trump administration. And trading could begin in host of new products in October. So the SEC voted on Wednesday to approve proposed rule changes by 3 national securities exchanges, enabling them to adopt generic listing standards for new cryptocurrency and other spot commodity exchange traded products. The commission vote removes the last remaining hurdle to dozens of new spot ETFs tied to cryptocurrencies, ranging from Solana to Dogecoin. In July, the SEC issued an order spelling out the details of the listing standards, which specify the criteria an asset manager and the exchanges must meet in order for new spot crypto ETFs to be approved without a lengthy, customized regulatory review. It is the latest step taken by the administration of President Donald Trump to bring crypto assets into the mainstream. Until now, the SEC has handled every spot crypto ETF filing on a case-by-case basis and required 2 separate filings, one from the exchange that plans to list the product and one from the asset manager, to receive approval from different divisions. The new process will cut the maximum time from filing to launch to 75 days from 240 days. This is a watershed moment in America's regulatory approach to digital assets, overturning more than a decade of precedent since the first Bitcoin ETF filing in 2013, said the president of Bitwise Asset Management. In a press release, SEC Chair Paul Atkins described the approval by commission members as a way to foster innovation and reduce barriers to digital asset products. The first ETFs likely to launch under the new rules are those tracking Solana and XRP. Obviously, you know, we've got Dogecoin as well. But asset managers began filing these with the SEC more than a year ago. Regulators have yet to approve spot crypto ETFs other than those tracking Bitcoin and Ethereum. Even then, the debut of the Bitcoin ETFs in January 2024 came only after years of struggle and a legal battle. Let's see what this, look at this. Under the administration of former President Joe Biden, the SEC had moved slowly slowly to consider spot crypto ETFs. In contrast, the Trump administration, who is that? The Trump administration aligned itself firmly with the crypto community, pledging to take a more favorable view of digital assets. The gates are open, but there's still a lot of work to be done, said Steve McClurg, CEO of Canary Capital, which has multiple products waiting for approval. Speaking on Monday ahead of the SEC ruling, he said that even after the commission vote, marketing plans, legal filings, work with service providers all have to be addressed based on the new roadmap.
Let's say a mutual fund which promised them growth and income. Actually, what they got was not much growth and not much income. And so this today, the investor today has access to high precision tools such as yield boost products, such as high growth ETFs, etc. And they're constructing precise portfolios that give them, if it's growth, high growth, whether it's stocks or ETFs, and if it's income, high income by way of either options or other types of income generating investments. So that's the beauty of the world we are today, that people can choose these precision tools to give them the exact investment outcome they're looking for.
So finally, Will, many of these ETFs are tied to such volatile stocks as Coinbase and Nvidia. Does that limit an investor's options?
Well, again, it depends on what you're looking for. The more volatile the stock, the
Bro, what? Good. Ad removed.
higher the yield typically. So if you're looking for the maximum amount of yield that you can generate, then you're looking at underlyings almost certainly every time. Just to give you an example, if you take a yield boost ETF offered by Granite Shares on, say, the underlying NASDAQ 100, that would be our TQQY ETF. You're talking about.
The generic listing standards offer a few pathways for asset managers to seek spot ETF approvals. So, we are looking at the next phase of crypto adoption, right? We've been pushing for Bitcoin ETFs. We've been pushing for crypto ETFs for a long time. And, now we finally have all of this on the table. And at what a great timing, right? What a great timing, considering, the facts right now. Considering the state of the market and how we are approaching the end of the cycle, I think it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time to be in crypto. All right, guys. And don't forget, if you haven't yet, answer the poll in the chat. Did Powell just ignite alt season? I think that we're all ready for alt season. SEC approves Grayscale's multi-crypto fund amid broader ETF push. There's going to be more people with access to crypto now than ever before. You're going to have access to crypto in retirement funds and in other investment accounts that, otherwise would not have offered cryptocurrencies. So this is a very, very big deal. And I don't think that some people really understand how big of a deal it is. This is the adoption that we have waited for a very long time. Now, granted, at the same time, some of this is, these are good developments. These are good developments for the space. It does give it does give the big companies more leverage and power and control within the crypto space. But at the same time, it gives people that otherwise would not have exposure to Bitcoin and crypto, it gives them exposure to these assets. So especially those people that are on the sidelines that otherwise probably would not even touch crypto. Now that crypto can be offered, especially cryptocurrencies like Dogecoin, for example, the Dogecoin ETF. Most people most traditional finance people out there are not going to want to put their hands into Dogecoin. Even though they might be curious about it, they might want a little exposure to it, right? But those people, I can imagine, are not going to want to just jump in to a meme coin. Now, an ETF that's regulated, that may be more appealing to those people, you know? And so that is going to gain so much exposure, more capital flowing into coins like Dogecoin, XRP, Solana, all these coins that are going to be having these ETFs. And then, of course, you have things like this happening, which Grayscale having a multi-crypto fund, which will include different cryptocurrencies. The move comes as the agency accelerates its stance on crypto ETFs, signaling a broader shift in regulatory momentum. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has approved Grayscale's Digital Large Cap Fund, or GDLC, marking the first multi-crypto exchange-traded product to hit the market. The SEC has approved Grayscale's GDLC, the first multi-crypto ETP in the U.S. GDLC provides exposure to Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. What? Wow. Absolutely. Absolutely. So basically an exchange traded fund is typically a fund that includes, like, for example, with a traditional ETF, you can gain exposure to companies and technology that is involved in something, right? So it's like it's all under one umbrella. So it's all under one ETF. And basically it just gives you broader exposure to more assets without having to actually buy those assets themselves, right? Without having to buy those stocks individually yourselves, or without having to buy these cryptocurrencies individually. People will be able to invest in GDLC and gain exposure to Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, Solana, and Cardano, all under one ETF. It's crazy, bro. This is so bullish. And it may not be bullish, extremely bullish short term, but long term, this is going to be so bullish. Long term, this is going to help push the prices of these coins, especially coins, smaller cap coins like Cardano and Solana. And obviously Bitcoin and ETH are going to be pushed by this too, but man, Cardano, Dogecoin and ETFs, Solana in an ETF. I mean, Cardano ETFs. I'm at awe right now. I'm kind of at awe because it is a wild time. It is a wild time to be in crypto, guys. It is really a wild time to be in crypto. I mean, this is big. The GDLC offers investors diversified exposure to 5 major cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. With the green light now granted, the fund is poised to trade on a major U.S. exchange, providing broader access to digital assets through traditional investment platforms. Again, like I mentioned earlier, those people that would otherwise stay on the sidelines when it comes to crypto are now going to have a more regulated, more appealing approach to get their feet wet in the crypto space. And it's big because a lot of those people are just watching, they're on the sidelines. They're watching everything that's happening in the crypto market, right? They were scared. They were too scared, to get into it back when the prices were lower. And now they're seeing everything take off. And I'm sure, regardless of how they feel about crypto being risky or not, I am almost positive that those people want in. I don't care. They're late to the party. They might be late to the party. They might still be skeptical. But trust me, those people want in. They want a piece of this pie. So now they have a way to do so without putting themselves on the line, And this is great. According to Grayscale, GDLC currently holds over $915 million in assets under management, with a net asset value of $57.70 per share. Its transition to a publicly traded ETP gives retail and institutional investors alike a regulated path to diversified crypto exposure. The SEC's approval coincided with its broader move to authorize generic listing standards for crypto ETFs, effectively streamlining the approval process and lowering barriers for issuers. I mean, we are just all the way pushing this, man. All the way. This helps maximize investor choice and foster innovation, said SEC Chair Paul Atkins. Industry analysts expect a wave of new crypto ETF launches to follow. A wave of new crypto ETFs to follow. Brings me to another poll I'd like to, let's see. I do appreciate you guys in the chat today. It's been a slow rolling stream. I mean, we've gotten decent viewers, but obviously the FOMC was the hype yesterday. The FOMC press conference, FOMC meeting was the hype yesterday for sure. Quick question, man. What do I call you, Joe? Yes, life changer. You can call me Joe. You can call me Joe. I'm gonna make a poll here because we're gonna see what people think. What altcoin or memecoin will get an ETF approved next? I'm going to just put down I'm going to just name some top coins here. We're just going to, let's see. A Shiba Inu ETF, bro. A Shiba Inu ETF. Come on. A Shiba Inu ETF, bro. That is something. A Shiba Inu ETF. The last time this type of approval happened, ETF launches tripled. We could see more than 100 new crypto ETFs within a year. 100 new crypto ETFs within a year is what Bloomberg's Eric Balchunas said. That's a lot of crypto ETFs. The approval of the GDLC may mark a turning point in how multi-asset crypto products are treated under U.S. securities law, opening the door for broader participation in the digital asset market. Let's get it. Let's get participating, bro. Crypto ETF flood hits the SEC as issuers bet on Avalanche, BONK, and beyond. Guys. Watch it be Crow. What's up, Fairy Turds? Thank you for commenting in the chat. Watch it be Crow. Well, apparently, look at this. BONK. We have a BONK. We have a BONK ETF on the line. We do have a Pingu. I mean, I've seen the list. There's Pingu. Pingu is listed. There's all PayPay is listed. I mean, we're gonna literally what's going on, man? Yeah, we are literally going to be creating Memecoin ETFs. This is just crazy, bro. The latest batch includes products tied to Avalanche infrastructure, Memecoin BONK, and basis trade strategies involving Bitcoin and Ethereum. Sweet Avalanche BONK products as issuers test limits. We are going to have a BONK ETF by October, bro. This is crazy. A wave of crypto ETF applications has hit the SEC on Tuesday with 5 distinct filings spanning from Avalanche infrastructure to BONK Memecoin as issuers push into increasingly exotic territory. I like their use of the word exotic there. Exotic cryptocurrency territory. Exotic. Okay, guys. Real quick, let me... This is crazy, bro. And of course, you guys know that the REX-Ospreys they are the ones leading a lot of these ETF launches. Of course, there's other companies as well, but REX-Osprey is the company leading the Dogecoin ETF, the DOGE DOJE ticker ETF, and we have an XRP ETF, XRPR, the first U.S. listed exchange traded funds to provide investors with spot exposure to Dogecoin and Ripple XRP. Doge marks the first ever Dogecoin ETF ever, offering direct spot exposure to one of the world's largest cryptocurrencies, recognized for its distinctive Shiba Inu mascot and active global community. By bringing Doge into a regulated 1940 Act fund structure, REX-Osprey is expanding access to digital assets through innovative, first-to-market spot exposures. Investors can now trade an ETF that provides spot Dogecoin exposure seamlessly through traditional brokerage accounts. XRPR provides exposure to spot XRP, a leading digital asset known for enabling fast and low-cost cross-border payments. The fund seeks to hold a majority of its assets directly in spot XRP, while the remainder will be invested in exchange-traded products backed by XRP. Through XRPR, investors gain simple ETF access to a crypto asset with real-world utility in global payments. Investors look to ETFs as trading and access vehicles. The digital asset revolution is already underway, and to be able to offer exposure to some of the most popular digital assets within the protections of the U.S. 1940 Act ETF regime is something REX-Osprey is proud of and has worked diligently to achieve. So, again, this is basically in other words, telling you guys exactly what I mentioned earlier about how these ETFs are going to gain exposure to these cryptocurrencies for people that otherwise would not even think twice about buying a Dogecoin. As I'm just watching, as I have been watching for a while, I've been paying attention, and this market cycle, I mean, it's 100%, as it should be, different from the rest. This is the first Bitcoin and crypto market cycle that we can actually say is actually different. We've all heard the hype of each cycle being different than the last one, right? But they've all been pretty much the same. They have all followed the trend to a T nearly. But this cycle, we have a lot of things happening in the crypto space that could definitely change the outcome. Now, granted, we still got the Bitcoin halving. In my opinion, the 4-year cycle is still intact. But at the same time, we have a lot more money flowing into the crypto market cap this year, or this cycle. I should say this cycle, not this year, but this crypto cycle, we've had more capital flowing into the market cap of crypto than ever before. And that is not going to stop. That's going to continue to happen. You're going to continue to see more and more and more and more money flow into this space. Now, granted, I do still believe fully that we will get our bear market. I 100% believe we will get our bear market. I 100% believe we will get a massive blow off top because all the new big money that's in crypto are definitely going to be taking those profits. But I think that maybe there's a good chance that this bear market will not be quite as severe as some of the previous ones we've seen, unless there is some type of black swan, some type of big, some type of major event that happens. Well, a few years back, honestly, 2018 is when my life began to change. For many reasons, not just because of Bitcoin and crypto, but Yeah, 2018 is when it all started. That's when I decided to turn my life around. Ten likes on this stream. Bro, we had 400 likes on the last stream. We got 8 likes, bro. 8 likes, bro. We had like 400 on the last stream. Come on, man. You know, it is strange. It's like our channel has like gained a spot. We've gained a spot in the FOMC coverage, man. It's like, because I have covered the FOMC at the same time, every time that we've had the FOMC, it's like, bro, when we do our FOMC coverage lives, I mean, the first one got 3.2K views. This last one got 45K views. It's crazy. I'm shilling Fartcoin. No, but that's a good one. Up. And once we do, we're going to have some killer live streams. Ascending Bull, I appreciate you, the man, Joe. Have a good day. All of you guys are amazing. I appreciate y'all being here and supporting the channel and our community. Thank you, Green Fingers. Thank you, Life Changer. All the mods out there. And all the new people that showed up today, thank you as well. Take it easy, OG, triple OGs. Much love to the crew. I'll see you guys in the next one.